Hello, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where Shepard is so insubstantial, Turians can walk right through her. Anyway, we just finished up the Citadel coup mission. Now we're going to be spending some time running around the Citadel. We need to go check up on Thane, but before I leave this floor, check what's going on here. Nothing there. Anything over here? Oh. What does that do? Let's get that. Did I miss it? No, I think it just became available. Doesn't tell you what level that is. I'll save that. Maybe get it later. It's number 3, level 3. Alright, let's go check up on Thane.
My wife was just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to get shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
Of course. You're Neota's spouse, correct?
Yes! How did you know that?
We keep identity information on all permanent Citadel residents engaged in formal relationships with Asari. That way, should anyone require diplomatic aid, we can ensure prompt assistance.
It's wonderful. Then you can help me send my daughter back to my wife's family?
I'm afraid, however, that might be a bit difficult.
They hit where? Damn it. How are we supposed to predict the moves of an enemy we don't understand? Divert to... Crap, do we have any AI-enabled fragments of Sovereign? Any Reaper code I could analyze? No? Well, then they'll keep outmaneuvering our fleet, and Asari worlds will keep burning.
Make sure there's nobody else here. Okay, we need to go see Thane before he croaks. Although realistically, Thane, you're a total fuck up during that scene with the counselor. You decloak, cock your weapon, and let the guy punch you before you even take a shot. Idiot.
Memorial Hospital. No, I'm seeing it here too. We're low on metagel and synthetic blood, and we don't have enough volunteers. If we could get the rings of Elune from the Salian Nebula, we could declare a cultural crisis. People would have to listen. No, they're not just symbolic. The Asari revere Elune. She wore these rings after learning medicine from a Thane herself. She was like a Dalatress for your people. If we displayed her rings, we'd get more Asari support in the hospitals. So I'm in the shower with hot water and everything. And that's when Neaira came.
Neaira was another huntress on your ship?
Yeah, a friend. I wanted it to be more than that, but she had a medical condition.
It's okay. It's in the file.
She was an Ardat
Farm
Yakshi.
girl calls in to me that another Asari is here. I thought the shuttle had gotten back early. I come out in a towel, and Neaira walks through the door. But it wasn't her. Not anymore.
Welcome to Serta. Serta is a non-profit organization dedicated to the medical needs of all sapient life.
Assisted Commander Shepard in preventing Cerberus forces from killing the Council.
Oh, that's right. He's down here. We'll listen to this first.
Who are we to choose who lives or dies? That's not what we do. We help our patients, all of them.
That's a nice sentiment, but it won't help when we run out of supplies. I've seen this happen in combat before. And we will run out of supplies. Have you seen the projections the administration center made?
I have. The situation is going to get worse. What's your point?
We can't deny the facts. If we prioritize them, some of our patients are in a much better position to survive. If we take care of them first and ration our supplies, we can save some now, and enable ourselves to save more later.
We cannot do that. We swore an oath to help the sick regardless of their economic situations or their places in society. Who are we to choose who lives or dies?
Everyone makes sacrifices in wartime. You'll make yours sooner or later.
I'm sure I will. But I'll do it without betraying my oath or my patients.
It's not that simple. If we aren't careful about this now, we'll end up losing everyone.
Then we'll find a way. Look, we have more fortunate patients, right?
Yes. And I hate to say it, but the fortunate ones have far better survival odds.
And more credits. So we asked them for donations to get more supplies for those without credits.
What? Are you saying what I think you're saying? That's... You know, that actually might work.
What does money have to do with triage? Nothing.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for a Drell named Thane Krios.
Well, we have a Drell, but not under that name.
He was injured. Stab wound. He's a regular patient here.
It's all right, it's all right. I see. The doctors were able to repair a lot of the trauma. However, Mr. Krios is in the final stages of Keprel's syndrome. At its worst, Keprel's syndrome interferes with his blood's ability to carry oxygen. And he lost a lot. Now, they've given him transfusions, but frankly, there was a very limited supply of Drell blood on the Citadel.
I don't think I've ever picked this one. I've picked that one before and that one. But I don't think I've ever picked it, so I'm just going to pick it mainly because I have never heard this dialogue, so we're going to do it.
He's been living on borrowed time for a while. At least he went down fighting.
He's not gone yet, but he doesn't have much longer. His son, Koliat, he's in there saying his goodbyes. You might want to say yours.
Commander Shepard, my father mentioned you were no longer incarcerated. I'm Koliat Krios. I came by to pay my respects.
It's good that you're here.
Commander, I'm afraid I won't be joining you again.
You've done more than enough, Thane.
That assassin should be embarrassed. A terminally ill Drell managed to stop him from reaching his target.
I'll pass the word along.
There's something I must do before it gets worse. I must... Kalahira, mistress of inscrutable depths, I ask forgiveness. Kalahira, whose waves wear down stone and sand.
Kalahira, wash the sins from this one, and set him on the distant shore of the infinite spirit.
Koliat, you speak as the priests do. You have been spending time with them.
I brought a prayer book. Commander, would you care to join me?
You know, this is really no difference. There is no difference almost at all here between a non-loyal Thane, where we never caught Koliat, and a loyal one. But also note, I thought he was in surgery, and yet he's still wearing what he was wearing when he was confronting Space Ninja there. And he says, well, that assassin should be embarrassed. I think he should be embarrassed for the way he acted. He totally fucked up. Should have been able to kill that assassin right there. He should have shot him while he was still cloaked rather than decloaking and then cocking his gun. What an idiot. Yeah, I don't think she's interested in these Drell prayers. I mean, remember, she's still not like totally on board with aliens here. I mean, she's working with a whole bunch, but you know, it's like I don't think she's terribly comfortable with it. So we're just gonna let him do it.
This is your time, not mine.
Kalahira, this one's heart is pure, but beset by wickedness and contention. Guide him to where all hunters return, where all storms become still, where all stars show the path. Guide him, Kalahira, and he will be a companion to you, as he was a father to me.
Goodbye, Thane. You won't be alone long.
Alright. Well, that was... I don't think I ever picked that one. I've always gone on... yes? Can't you walk through Shepard just like everybody else? I think I've almost always picked the Paragon option there, so I can't tell you if that's different or not from the way it would be with a loyal Thane.
She's got this glow. And the Reapers. They did to her what they do to everyone. She's covered in... I don't know. Glowing. She reaches out. Her eyes go black. And she touches one of the farmers, and he just... dies. They panic. She rips them apart. Sometimes touching, sometimes opening them up with biotics. The humans are turning into... liquid. And I'm there, in my towel with no gun. And husks start pouring through the door.
Goddess.
So I ran.
Goddess. Alright, where to now? Let's see. The next thing we're gonna do is Omega. The reason I want to do Omega next is obviously Cerberus has proven to be quite a thorn in our side. And their control of Omega and that entire sector there is seriously impeding the war effort against the Reapers. So if we could reconquer Omega, we could seriously dent Cerberus's operations and help us better concentrate on the Reapers. So we'll talk to Arya while we're here.
Grimly, you do not understand. The code of the ancients is the collected wisdom of our people. With overwhelming sadness, it was lost when the Kuna fell. Without it, we lack the guidance we need. With certainty, we need the wisdom of our ancestors in these trying times.
How's the head?
Good. Concussion's almost gone.
Good. When I heard you were injured.
It was stupid. I should have ducked when that wall came down. Something good has come out of all this, though. Got new equipment. Sent me a set of Vortex armor. Man, summoning supply sure messed that one up.
Oh, I've heard those are pretty good.
It's great. I'd only be safer inside a tank. It's why Vortex gear costs more than I make in a year.
No, the problem is that our people are terrible at making war. The library at Asha had sacred texts on the ways of the Huntress, the defining works on the art of battle. But the Nimbus cluster has already fallen, and our people are here dancing instead of fighting.
Let's go talk to Joker. I think I'm gonna discourage a romance. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Look at this! All it took was a Cerberus attack on the Citadel to get folks around here to pay attention to the war.
How's this any different from normal?
Can't you see the desperation? This isn't happy dancing. This is forget my problems dancing. Look at the arms. If a guy waves his arms like that, he's worrying about a lot more than looking stupid on the dance floor.
That's surprisingly observant.
I've had time to watch a lot of dancing from the sidelines. Speaking of which...
Dancing?
Watching from the sidelines. What do you think about me and Edie?
You sure that's a good idea?
Edie's not Alliance personnel. There's no regulation against dating a ship's AI. I looked it up.
Jeff, you have brittle bones. She's made of metal.
Well, yeah, but... Yeah, you're right. Stupid.
You and Edie have something special. Something important.
You're worried I might mess up the pilot-ship relationship.
I'm worried that Edie trusts you as a friend, and that maybe this isn't the time to push.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Thanks, Shepard.
Up. Oh, we missed out on a dialogue, didn't we? She was up there, I think. All right, let's go talk to her.
Something on your mind? I mean, processing something?
Shall each man find a wife for his bosom, and each beast have his mate, and I be alone? It is from an old Earth novel by Mary Shelley. Please do not take it as a complaint.
All right.
It did bring up a new perspective, however. I am a thing that is not human. Geth, or Reaper. Other AIs are experiments only, tightly controlled. I am free, but alone.
Are you moping? Snap out of it.
Moping implies that I feel badly about my situation. I do not. I only wish to know where my place is. Artificial intelligences often consider themselves above organic life. I, however, am uncertain if that applies to me. The crew of the Normandy believe I serve them, but also acknowledge that I keep them alive. Am I above them or below?
I just keep going renegade, renegade, renegade. I'm not trying to just go renegade here, but I just don't. She's not like Edie's a robot. She's an AI. She's not human.
Edie, you're what, 3 years old? If you were human, you'd still be learning to talk.
But it is implausible that I am held to the same standards as organics. Ah, I see. You made me answer my own question. If I am not subject to the same expectations, I need not worry about rank. Thank you, Shepard. That helps resolve the conflict I was having.
Wait, there's a path you can take in that dialogue there that will get you, she'll reference Liara talking to her and being less than helpful.
I'm curious. What material is your face made from?
The surface is a flexible biomimetic nanomaterial over a metallic skull. The skin uses shear thickening technology to help protect the central processing unit in the head. If the skin is struck or shot, it solidifies to absorb the impact. It also is capable of limited self-healing.
And what about the hair?
It is of similar construction. For defense, I have set it to cohere into a solid piece. However, for infiltration purposes, it can be parted into individual strands. If it has recently been exposed to water, I generally can't do a thing with it.
Well, normally you get that dialogue right there about that up here, because if you encourage the romance, they'll be up here dancing.
Squeaks. Anyhow, thanks for the drink. But why'd you drag me out here?
You still got that merchant freighter?
Yeah,
Looking for work?
might as well.
What you got?
Is Steve over there? No. Could get a drink. Nah. Skip the drinks.
Look who's here. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind?
How do you plan on taking Omega back?
I think I'm going to employ violence. I'm gonna slap Omega right out of the elusive man's greedy little hands.
We'll talk later.
I'm sure.
Alright. Well, we will talk later because we are going to do the Omega DLC next. And, well, not in the next episode, but as our next mission. But in our next episode, let's see, we now hit the hospital, we hit the bar. We still got to go down to the refugee camp, and we have to do the Presidium Commons. But that'll be in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day.